let's start off with Jake that this film is amazing. You never disappoint me. The viewers in Japan never disappoint. The fact that they get to see your films. A lot of emotional in this roller coaster. I mean, there's a lot of action, there's a confusion, and there's the part that you need to say bye to your father.
Yeah.
Elaborate with me, how was this for you in this film?
It was, I mean, my experience of the film, I think, is very much like the audience's experience will be. I mean, it was fun, it was engaging every day, it was a real mystery at times, it was disorienting at times.
Very confusing at times myself.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd like to say more mysterious than that. It definitely is a mystery, like clues. You know, you get clues thrown at you, and you don't know. Actually, probably usually halfway through the movie, you kind of go, oh, what you start to catch on. Like, I'm not gonna buy all these. I'm gonna keep, you know, like exactly. I mean, you get fooled, you know, and that's really, you know, a great script and a great director kind of leading you down to an amazing idea, which ultimately is a very emotional one. Which it was an emotional ride for me too. I mean,
if you were to say that you had 8 minutes, how would you use your 8 minutes and why?
Well, if it was 8 minutes right now and the clock was ticking down, I would step out and I would probably call, you know, my family and try and have a good laugh, because I have I think having a sense of humor about things is probably the most important thing, even when you're on your way out.
So you died a couple of times in Chicago, so I mean, was that the place preferably that you would want to pass out, with all respect?
I like to think it's like, yeah, I mean, no, I think maybe, well, again, I think if my family were there, then maybe, but just depending on the people that I love and where they were, that's where I would be. Even though I do love Chicago and I love making movies there, which I've made 2 movies there now, even though we shot a day.
Wow,
there
so going in, Japanese.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Source Code. Do you believe that this something can ever happen in the future? I mean, something like this, very, you know, scientific?
I think it's based on somewhat viable science, and I think, you know, the idea of being able to kind of usurp the intellectual impulses of somebody else's mind in a certain period of time before they have died. I think that is viable to me. And if you have memory yourself, why wouldn't you think that someone else could tap into it? You know, we're very powerful beings, and we have amazing, you know, ability to do so many things, and have discovered so many things so far. So why wouldn't this be viable? I mean, the idea that it's a computer program too makes it even more viable.
True that. Now, talk to me about working with Dukan. How was it? How was it working with him?
He's an amazing guy. Actually, the director I seem to like in Duncan too is Ang Lee, because in a way their demeanor on set's very similar. He's very, I mean, if you interview him here, he's kind of bubbly and excited, but on set he's very calm and quiet and very confident, and allows great room for his actors, and there's always discussion about scenes and, you know, intentions, and, you know, he's an incredibly competent director, and so working with him was wonderful. Also, he's a contemporary, you know, we're near the same age and we have very similar sensibilities, and so that was wonderful.
And a brief quick question for the viewers on unWiredTV and exclusive, what would you tell them to see this film for?
Oh man, because I mean, this movie is you're on the edge of your seat the entire time. I mean, you're tense, you're trying to figure out. It is a movie that is smarter than the viewer in that it's always a step ahead of you. And when you get there, you realize it's a journey you want to come back and take again.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you.
Arigatou.